Hi, my babies. How are we doing? I really want to do what was this person supposed to teach you? What is the point of connecting with this person? Okay, so per usual, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You don't want to hear what I have to say. That is okay. I will be back some other time. But I kind of want to tap into this because the number one thing I usually get asked as a reader, especially if we're dabbling into specifically somebody from your past, is, well, what is the lesson? What is the meaning behind this person? Like, what was the point of all that? You know, and I get it. In the midst of heartbreak, and that's kind of where I feel like this collective, I feel like you're still healing from this person, okay? You don't really sometimes think about what the lesson is, the spiritual meaning. You just see it as more of a punishment. You lost the love of your life. You know, this person could have, you know, brutally taught you certain lessons that you did not want to, you know, sit with, and I just want to uncover that for this collective, okay? And like I said, don't make it fit if you don't want to hear it or if this is not really about you, okay? But I really want to see, to start out, to see if this is your reading. I want to see, how do you view this person, the person that you are connected with? And then we will see what is going on from there. How does this collective view their person? Can you tell me? Okay. So I got the World in reverse. I have to cover it up. I feel like I make a mistake every time. And then 10 of Wands right here, okay? This deck has so much beauty towards it. I don't know why I picked this one out, but I love it. I love like the deck, like the decor of it. But anyways, I got the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The World reverse, 10 of Wands, okay? I think that you still feel like in a way that there is still a little bit of unfinished business, however long it takes. I think that you really do feel like in a way that this can be fixed, that this dynamic could be fixed in a certain form or fashion, okay? I think though with that 10 of Wands and then the 8 of Swords though, what is stopping you from shutting this door is, again, I feel like of seeing through the lessons. I feel like you're shifting into getting out of, I guess, the Delulu or the lovey-dovey eras of like what you guys could somewhat be someday. I think now you're finally addressing that there are some issues you guys are going to have to unpack and unload before another cycle could complete with you guys right now. So in a way, with that World in reverse, you could again feel like there's unfinished business, but I feel like mainly for this collective, you really do feel like that a reason you guys won't start a chapter is because I think you're having a hard time letting something go with that 10 of Wands when it comes to this person. So I think a lot of it's coming from you. You cannot let go of something. Let me see. The 5 of Wands in reverse. I think you constantly, I'm seeing like a tape recorder, like out of this collective. You're constantly rewinding. I think you're constantly going back and replaying all. Essentially there was drama between the both of you, and then I got 6 of Cups. That's where I'm saying I feel like you are in this spot where you do feel like reconciliation is still kind of possible. But here's the thing with the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it's like you don't know what this person's up to. For some reason I could really feel like you are in no contact with them. You probably haven't seen them in a long period of time, but the one thing that is blocking you from, you know, I guess talking this person or moving forward, it doesn't matter, is I think you're trying to forgive them, you can't. And I think again, with that 5 of Wands in reverse, makes me curious if at one point this person put other people above you. And I'm getting maybe this person went back to an ex or somebody or an old friend of theirs. I think they had some unfinished business from their past as well. And I think you're replaying that in your head. Again, I keep getting that word. You're constantly rewinding to that. And maybe I feel like I'm talking to a collective. Again, another cycle that hasn't been signed, the horn honked right there as I'm about to say this. I feel like you still compare yourself to the other person your person left you for. I'm going to be honest. Even whether they're together or not, it doesn't matter. You still compare yourself too much. And it's more about, again, why them? Why do they choose them? Why not me? You really compare yourself too much. With that 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it's like you still let things get to you. when in reality I feel like it should like just roll off your back, but you know it's easier said than done. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse, that's exactly what I'm saying. But then Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you're not in contact with this person. I think that maybe you think about talking about this person. That's what I'm saying. I think overall you do feel like things can be fixed, which makes me curious if this collective, you've done some spying or research, you know something that maybe this person's not affiliated with anybody right now. You could really look at them as I'm saying all this, don't make it fit. You know, you could really view them as single, or they're not affiliated with this past. And there is kind of, I don't want to say an urgency, but there is that open space again with the World in reverse of maybe this is our opportunity to talk, maybe not. I think you get your moments where you think about reaching out to this person, but I think again what's holding you back is this stuff that was done literally at the Six of Cups, your things from the past. And again, I feel like what is consuming you is you compare yourself to other women or other men. Again, gender doesn't matter when I say all this. Let me see now, what is the lesson behind this person? And again, this is not a message of they will never come back or not. That's not what this is about. But again, it's more about with that Ace of Swords in reverse. You're clearly right here having a hard time seeing the lesson out of this. That's where I'm saying I think you view this connection more as a punishment to you, more than it's trying to empower you. It's trying to teach you something. What is it trying to teach this beautiful collective, right? Okay, the Hermit, and then the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck I got the Sun. You know, and you know, I kind of sympathize if this connection still hurts you in a lot of sense. But with the Hermit right here, they are saying there does need to be more self-reflection. That my knees were cramping up, sorry. There needs to be more self-reflection that needs to be done. If you're still in this position where you're comparing yourself to the person that, you know, your person left you for, went back to, or whatever the case is, you clearly have some insecurity wounds that are going through. And especially if you do look at this connection as it can be fixed, or, you know, you feel like you guys could come back to each other. The Eight of Wands in reverse are kind of saying not right now, because they're not going to restart a cycle with you. And again, yes, this person could have, I guess, other issues or other shadows to work through themselves, which I do think they are. You're just not seeing it. I think you're just seeing that, oh, they could be single or they could be available to talk. You're not seeing it as what what majority of love connections teach us to do is go find ourselves. In the nicest way, my babies, you're not finding yourself right now. If you're still comparing yourself to, you know, the other women or the other men your person, you know, was seeing or is currently seeing, it doesn't matter. You're not secure in your own body and your own worth. But with the Sun, they're saying take advantage of it. They're also kind of flipping the coin a little bit and saying this person clearly doesn't deserve your energy right now. If they're choosing other people, or once was, doesn't matter. Know that you should have been first. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles right there, and then the Three of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That's what I'm saying. This connection was meant to heal you. Is there a possibility you guys can reconnect? Absolutely, but it's going to take time. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, but new opportunities take time. I think you got some, again, this collective, you still need to do some self-reflection. I think that's what this person has mirrored out of you, is you don't really feel secure within your own body. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, that's where I'm saying the both of, and then the Empress, you both got some work to do. You both need to still ground yourself at this particular time. Eight of Pentacles, that's where I'm saying it just needs more work. And it's not a matter of it can't reconnect in the future. But I always, again, teach this to my clients. Again, it's not to be a Debbie Downer saying, well, you can't have your person back, but really sit and do some reflection with the Hermit. Why do you want this person back? After they, clearly with this, you know, collective, this person did choose other people or another person over you, so why do you want that back? Again, and if you can't really answer that, that's where your self-worth issues have to come in. Why do you want someone back that disregarded you in the first place? And if you can't answer that, that is okay. That's where it's going to take time. But they're saying that there's not going to be a form of communication, because you're still in this mindset of, I just want my person to choose me. I just want my person to choose me. Choose yourself. That's what this person has reflected out of you. You never chose yourself even before you met this person. You gotta work on your self-worth, my babies.